are live. Welcome back, everybody. It's been a little bit, holiday break there, but we are back in action for the NNSCRA Winter Series. Happy to bring you some coverage once again, and happy to bring you coverage with a pretty, I would say maybe, a little more advanced setup. Huge shout out that I'm going to say right off the bat to Blake Warren, who made this happen. I now have a dual screen setup, so I could see OBS on one screen in the YouTube chat, and then NR is going to be on its own dedicated screen here, which means hopefully better quality for you guys. Of course, this is the first time doing this, so it's a little bit of see what happens, but um, I think it looks pretty good. Of course, we'll see once we get you guys to the live picture. But I'm excited to see how it turns out. For now, though, let me get this pulled back up. And also, reintroduce a gentleman that I've had in the booth here a couple times. Great to have him back again after kind of missing him there for a little while. But Josh, too, is back on board. And Josh, great to have you back, man.
Yeah, it's great to be back. Happy New Year to you and everyone. And I'm excited to see some good racing here today at a track that's a pretty big deal, right?
Yeah, just a little bit. It is Indianapolis. Track that I would say, if you are a racing fan in almost any regard, you are familiar with this racetrack. Of course, the home of the Indy 500, the Brickyard 400, formerly the U.S. Grand Prix, minus the 2005 running of. We are going to pretend that never happened. But instead, we are playing host to the second to last regular season race of the Winter Truck Series season before they head to the absolute wild card that is Zen Joltis. And as a matter of fact, actually, Blake Warren himself gave some words on that matter. So with that, we're going to let a little video play the role here. Josh, I totally forgot to tell you about that, but yep, I'm going to play that video now.
All right.
This race will be a challenge of execution and strategy. Last year, Mercurio won this race with an overtake on pit road entry and untimely errors from some other contenders. The draft played a big role in how this race played out, as some drivers lost the draft early on and were never able to recover. Since it's possible to pit at IMS and not go a lap down, the undercut is a viable option here. Don't be surprised when some drivers in a must-win situation get creative with the race strategy. With 2 races left in the regular season, it's finally crunch time! Who can put themselves in a good position for a roulette spin of a finale at Zen Joltis? We'll find out in an hour! This is the Winter Truck Series at IMS!
Oh yeah, as you saw it there, this is the final race before the regular season finale race at Zen Joltis. Oh my goodness. That's about all I can say in that regard, which that is just absolutely crazy to think about, that we're going to be going there in just a week. But for right now, though, it's Indianapolis. And Josh, I know that, of course, you and I have put a fair amount of laps on this track, in some way, shape, or form. But I'll just ask you kind of what's your thoughts on driving a track like Indianapolis, which for NR is, as well known of a track as it is very, very unique.
Yeah, it really is. I've always enjoyed this track. I know a lot of people have a lot of different opinions about racing at this track and how it races, but I've always found myself to get some decent results here. I don't really know why that is, but yeah, it's just a unique track. It's just such a prestigious track. I always like, even though it's on NR, I enjoy getting on it and riding around myself.
Oh yeah, yeah, I can attest to that. It's very, very fast, very. I would say you feel more like you are driving an Indy car when you're here. Um, and we got 14 drivers that are going to be tackling it here, but they are going to be keeping within pretty close quarters because the draft is definitely going to be playing a pretty big factor into it with the high speeds, these long straights. It really is going to drive a lot more, honestly, I would say, like the Indy 500, as opposed to what you would see at, say, like, yeah, the Brickyard 400. So who's going to kiss the brakes
Yep.
at the end of this one? We're going to find out as we are just about to go to the race. I will just, we'll go ahead and quickly go down the starting lineup here. We've got on the pole position after group qualifying, a familiar face, Jack Merkel up front there. Starting P1 ahead of Cody Lamas, the Daytona winner. Of course, Jack with 3 wins on the season. I believe is still the only multi-time winner on the season. Ulysses Sandoval will be starting P3 alongside John LaPrade, another familiar face there. Making his first start of the season, the number 17 truck is out here tonight starting 5th place. That is Pedro Lucas alongside R.J. Bishop, another driver we haven't seen too much of. Josh Mercurio and Allison Rodrigo, Matt McIntyre and Seth Cole, Austin LaPlante and Blake Warren. They all took lap times. But also starting here tonight are going to be Nick Gunther, and I believe that there was one more. I need to find who it is. It was Michael Norman, who is also going to be running this one. 14 drivers, a pretty healthy field, as we are kicking it to the race here. And on that note, let's get you guys some live pictures in full screen mode. How about it? No more of those dang black bars. Is there really an ad covering the stinking timer again? I'm going to lose my mind. Oh my
Oh no.
Oh my goodness.
Technology. It's great when it works.
All right, yeah, all right. Let me just take a quick look at this here. You're all just gonna see a black screen for a second. I just need to see this. Oh my god, really? Oh, lovely. Okay. Let's see. How can I try to fix that? And I fixed it and then it didn't. So I don't know why it's gonna be like that. That is incredibly obnoxious. Let's see, has it fixed itself? No. Well, ladies and gentlemen, advertisements, just like a lot of things, are causing problems. Oh man. Well, I even like refreshed the tab. I even closed out of OBS earlier and reopened it to fix that. It fixed it, and now the ad is back. What is that ad even? Read it. Oh boy.
Saw an update. I don't think Allison's gonna make the grid.
Oh, okay.
Something with the computer problem, I think.
Oh dang, okay.
Yeah, I hate to see that.
Yeah, and Allison was looking to try to potentially move up in the points. I know that much. Just as these guys pace around here, just gonna get some last things set up here. Because I guess I'm just gonna have to live with the fact that the timer is not going to be visible. Which, okay, whatever. I will keep everybody posted on the time because I do at least have it on my phone. So all these guys are gonna have to grid up anyway.
All right, here we go. The pace truck's coming off.
Race truck is coming in. These guys are going to come to the line, and then they're going to all just kind of sort out where they qualified during the group qualifying session in practice. And then the official timer will begin once they come around to begin the second, I guess you could say, in-game lap.
I believe it was the last race I broadcasted with you that the 11 started in the back and kind of methodically made his way to the front. What a different strategy.
Yeah.
If he ends up starting farther up. Let's see where he ends up. Well, maybe not.
I think he was midfield, if I recall correctly.
Okay, midfield. Okay.
So, yep, he's gonna get into his spot. So while these guys are getting sorted out, kind of the news that we've got for the chase scenario. Drivers that are currently locked in, guaranteed to battle for the championship, no matter what happens at St. Joltis, are the 11, the 4, the 96, 24, 83, 61, and 74. So that is guys that have either pointed their way high enough to make it or have won. Drivers that can still potentially get in, and that's why you were saying with the 5 being out, that's a bummer, because he was mathematically possibly able to get in, as would the 738 of Matt McIntyre. And then you also had 29, which I think was Blake there for a while, and now he's in the 8, so I'm sure those points will still go to him. Seth Cole is looking like he will also very likely get in, barring him finishing pretty much dead last in both of these races. And Alison Rodrigo did get on track. I do see him back here in the back. Although he's still lagging.
Okay. Hey, a start will be better than 0 points.
yeah, exactly. So, we are coming around to start this thing officially. The timer for 1 hour will fire up here again. I will keep everybody posted as the world of advertising has even found its way to kind of ruin that aspect of the stream, but it is officially underway. Jack Merkel, Cody Lamas crossing the yard of bricks to start this thing officially.
Ooh, it's already tight coming off that corner.
You ain't kidding. Holy cow. Yeah, that's always what's a little bit hairy getting up to speed. Now, this is also where guys toward the back are really going to need to try to maintain the draft as they are already single filed out. Here we go into the corner. Yeah, they need to let off way more into the corner than I would have thought, at least at most versions. Okay.
Oh, so trouble in the back. Trouble in the back.
Oh, that's going to be
well, Seth Cole's around.
Michael Norman hard into the outside wall with the rear end.
Looks like Austin LaPlante is in the wall.
I do believe that is going to be the yellow flag, and it is. And we'll go ahead and take our first look at that here. And to answer Ben Snyder's question in the chat, Josh Chu is back up here with me again. He was asking,
"Hello, Ben.
Who's joining you, Andrew?" And our guy Josh Chu.
Mystery person.
No, it's
just me. Just me.
So it was Matt McIntyre that actually started to lose it, hit the wall, and Michael Norman ended up getting into him, and Seth Cole spun out of the
Seth. Yeah, Seth was not even involved. He was trying to avoid. Looks like he did make contact with the inside wall. Yeah, nothing he could have really done there. No. He should be okay. He barely tagged the inside wall with the rear of the truck. He'll be okay.
Yeah, I think Norman might be in the worst shape out of all that.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So while we're under caution here, I'm going to try one thing. All right, everybody is, again, you're just going to see a black screen here for a moment because I think this is the only way I can really mess with it. So I apologize. And I'm gonna try something here, just to see if maybe somehow
while you're
refresh the browser through OBS or something.
while you're working on that, as early on lap 2, it looked like Norman got up. He entered the corner up high, and it may just be too early for that to be able to hold it. The truck just didn't have good stability when he entered the corner kind of high and then washed up in that lighter lighter colored part of the track. But yeah, I hate to see that so early.
Yeah, it's a bit of a bummer there. I love how the advertisement is literally two crammed into one, and one of them is apparently 100% private online STD treatment.
Oh, wow. Well, okay.
Not sponsored. Let's see.
No affiliation with this broadcast.
Let's try that. Oh, hey, I think I fixed it. Maybe. Let me hit OK and see what happens. I fixed it.
All right.
Okay. Problem solved for now. Hope that will probably change, but we'll see. Hallelujah. So all I had, so there is a way that you can refresh the cache from OBS.
Nice.
So that is nice. So let me get all this fixed up. It's still not like a perfect setup. I still it still minimizes the game whenever I click out, which is unavoidable, but there we go. Okay. All right. Back to live picture here. Oh my god. So every time I click away, a new advertisement pops up. So now it just came up again.
Well, on the track, looks like RJ is up in the lead.
Yeah, and we got some strategy going on here.
Yep, we mixed it up.
Now RJ's going to be the leading. Pedro Lucas, Josh Mercurio, and then Blake Warren. They all appear to have stayed out. Followed by Jack Merkel, Cody Lamas, Don LaFrance, and Ulysses Sandoval are going to be the top 8.
There we go. Got a pretty good start there from the 92.
Oh, yeah, we'll see what he's going to be able to do with that lead. We have 54 minutes, 23 seconds remaining. Now we'll see if they're going to go green here or not. It's going to be a little iffy if 5 is going to catch here. We'll see if they go ahead and give the green flag here or not. Coming into the restart zone there. They are going to let them go here. Jay Bishop with a nice jump.
Yeah, it looks like the field has gone single file, except the 17 was caught up on the high side here as we're going through lap 5.
Oh, I'm not live. Oh. There we go.
Oh, well, there you go.
See, I blame the advertisements. Blame advertising.
Yep, absolutely. Now we're single
even
file.
With the new screen, I'm finding ways to screw up. That's about the gist of it. I'm glad you said something.
Oh, that's all good. All good. Oh, Merkel's headed inside of the leader.
Ooh.
We'll see what happens.
Down to the inside here through very tight turns 3 and 4 here. Bishop nearly clipping the wall. Mercurio is going to also find his way through. They're going to clear into second place. Don LaFrance down to the inside, and Gunther's pushing him, who's getting pushed by Lamas. They're trying to find their way around that 92.
Yeah, when you get caught on the outside, that's my least favorite spot to be here most of the time, because Just so easy to get into the wall.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and this track
Merkel.
looks like it is way tighter than a lot of versions that like you and I are used to.
Oh, absolutely. Looks like Merkel's last lap was his quickest lap so far.
So far around the 54.9, 5.92. Then you got Josh Mercurio in his wake currently. Nick Gunther's trying to get third place, so away from the 74. As we got some tire and smoke marks there in short shoot in turn 4. Looking ahead to see what may have happened. It may have been the 738 again. I know that he's trying to point his way in. Oh, Cody Lamas, is he going for it? Nick Gunther bails out. That was a potential 3-wide situation there.
Oh, careful. Yeah, there's some tight moments there.
Yeah, I would have been shocked if they had stayed committed to that, but nope, still all good. Still keeping it clean and green here. With Dunlop, Nick Gunther, and Cody Lamas under a blanket there for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. It's still Merkel and Mercurio. With Mercurio getting a run there to get up to the back bumper of the 24. And I'm not surprised with these long straightaways and how much they're accelerating. And what a difference that draft is going to make.
Looks like the 5 is gone.
5 has called it. Yeah, I haven't seen him.
Yeah, I can't really tell.
I saw him get out on track and he tried, but I know that he was, as you had mentioned, he was saying he was having some issues. So
yeah,
tough break there, unfortunately. But hey, he's gonna have to hope for the best with Zen Joltis if he's even still mathematically eligible, or he may just have to win because you can win and get in. So he'll be hoping for the best on that front. 50 minutes, 25 seconds remaining here. Something that I have not mentioned yet, just based on previous experience, I'm going to say that the fuel window here is probably going to be in the realm of about 22, yeah, probably just a little over 20 laps with how much they're letting off. So I think for those that did pit there, we'll probably be able to see them go past lap 25 before they'll have to come back in again. But as we saw in that little promotional video, strategy can definitely play out in interesting ways here because you can pit and not lose a lap here.
Yeah, it's a big track, so it'll be interesting to see how they play this strategy in this race. And I always, as the 11 bumps the wall there, I always, with the timed race, I feel like your strategy has to be totally different than anywhere else, don't you think?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're trying to kind of predict in your head like how many laps the race is going to end up being, which can be a bit of a crapshoot sometimes. As somebody, oh goodness, nearly had trouble there with the 11 and the 4. Somehow they saved it.
I think Josh, he pushed up into the wall there, and I think that kind of set him up. He was on the outside there, and it kind of created a tough time there.
Boy, yeah, turn 4. Yeah, both of these turns 2 and 4 are really the trouble spots because you're trying to just get on the throttle for these long straights. But at the same time,
that's one thing
don't turn well.
Oh yeah, they don't. And that's one thing I was going to say before the start. You have to get a good run off of 4. I feel like if you don't get a good run off of 4, you're toast. So these guys are probably trying to get everything they can coming out of 4 to get a good launch onto that long straightaway.
Yeah, absolutely. With this being the start-finish straight, that is probably one of the more critical spots to get that run, as you were saying. And so these guys are trying to get everything that they can out of that. I'm sure Josh knew that as he was trying to kind of stay side by side there with the 74. But unfortunately, it ended up not working out too well for him. He is now back into P6. That 11 still somehow looking for that first win on the season. The reigning champ, the head admin of this series. And while he is locked in, Still looking for that W.
Man, the 11 got a run in that corner on the 17.
You're right on the tail of 17 with Shoutout. Yeah, Shoutout Pedro Lucas here. First start of the season. First time we're seeing this Sirius XM number 17. A beautiful blue and white truck. But up here running very, very well in P5. Very competitive. Right in the middle of this. I mean, it looks single file. It looks like it's tame, but Josh, as you and I both know, when you're this close at a track where you're letting off this much, being in the middle of something like this, like in a position like where, let's say, Lamas is at right now, that's stressful because you want to let off at a point that you're not going to run over the guy in front of you, nor get run over.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Nor do you want to give time up. You want to take everything you can get. And I've been watching them through the corners, and it's fun to watch because they kind of stretch out like a rubber band. Some move closer together. The intervals between the trucks don't stay the same through the corners. They kind of expand and contract.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So it is stressful. If you're in the middle of that, I mean, yeah, it's nerve-wracking. You don't want to give up any time. That time later could be a really big deal.
Absolutely. And official word from Allison Rodrigo in the chat. Had some troubles with my game. And yep, that is game over for the number 5 for tonight. Hoping the best for you at Zenjoltis. Oh, 1748.
Whew.
A couple of aggressive guys that just kind of ruffled each other's feathers maybe a little bit.
Yeah, the 11 has been on the 17. Oh.
Yeah, 17 trying to make the move on the 48. 48 said, no, sir. And gave him not a huge block, but definitely closed the door rather firmly and tried it again.
Here we go.
17's not going to let it happen this time. You're going to be able to get through its quarter panel. He is not.
I saw hello to Ulysses Sandoval. Barely hit the wall a second ago. Touched it again.
Yeah, Ulysses. He's had a good season. Of course, took the. I believe that was the Pro Series where he took the win at Daytona.
Oh yeah, I've always been impressed with him as a racer, and he's a great guy, and he always runs well, and he runs well on a variety of tracks. I knew he was a good plate racer, on the big tracks, and I ran a race with him. I can't remember what track, pretty small track, and man, he basically schooled all of us on how to run that track. He's a good racer.
Yeah, he's all around he's never like one of the top dogs, but he's like no matter where you go, he's always solid and he's always in the picture, as you were saying. And he's in the picture right now, running P7, still in this draft, along with Michael Norman, RJ Bishop. Seth Cole is still in here as well. So you got the top 10 that are still holding on to this draft. Austin LaPlante has lost it. Blake Warren has also lost it. Matt McIntyre's still out on track. He is going through turn 3. He may be looking at getting lapped here pretty soon. We're on lap 16 currently. 43 minutes, 43 seconds to go. The Richard Petty of 74 closing right in on the 24. These guys are starting to maybe lose a little bit of lap time with the tire wear.
Oh yeah, and as the tires wear, the tighter the truck will get.
And these things are already plowing. I can just tell. You ever just like see a race and you can just tell based on how the guys are behaving, just how the trucks are driving?
I know. I always feel bad for them. I'm like, man, I get it, because they just have to keep letting off the throttle to make it through the corner.
Yeah. This is like, I am not one for tight setups, so I would be in one of these things in agony right now. As they are catching the 738 here. But man, despite that, they are still like Gunther back to Sandoval. Like you said, they expand there in the corner and they're going to close right back in on each other here on this straightaway.
Oh yeah. Well, navigating lap traffic, always a thing. Let's see how They move right out of the way. Those trucks are gonna push up.
Yeah, this is gonna be a bad spot for like Gunther to catch him. But oh yeah, they're side by side with Sandoval and Mercurio.
Oh, he's using him as a pick.
Ooh, that's gonna be something. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. I see him pinching him right there. So now Mercurio's trying to shove McIntyre to get clear, and he's actually gonna do that.
Wow.
That is a call right there.
Although this has been bad. Oh man, this has been bad for the 11, 22, and 96. They better go because they've now suddenly they've lost time. Oh, we've got pit stops.
And yeah, we got some early pitters here. Seth Cole and RJ Bishop. That seems really early to be pitting. I mean, RJ did stay out under that first caution, so I'm sure that's probably what's playing into that. But I don't think Seth did. I'm pretty sure that he came down. So I don't know. Maybe he's just thinking like, hey, we're buddies and we've been close to each other all race, so we'll go ahead and keep drafting with each other, because if we come down by ourselves, it's gonna be really bad times.
Yep, absolutely.
Field has gotten a little bit separated here as turn 4, Donald LaPrade looking for the race lead on Merkel.
Sure is.
And Nick Gunther is going to close right in on them. See who he's going to go with. Neither of them!
Oh, 3 wide.
Oh, baby! Lap 20. And Nick wisely bails out of that.
Smart move. Good move.
Oh, that's tight.
Man. Gosh, the 24 just powered by on the outside, the 74. Man.
Beautiful driving there from Merkel. As you said, just get right past him, despite being in the non-preferred lane. Holy cow, that was art. That was majestic.
Yeah, I didn't think that would happen. I thought, well, the outside, he's going to fall back. Man, he powered right back by.
I wonder if Nick was just maybe looking for a bit of a ratings boost there for us and decided, yeah, we'll go 3 wide. Why not?
It was a good moment.
Worth a try. We were down to just under 40 minutes remaining here, so just about a quarter of the way through this thing.
Yeah, and shout out to the 74 too. I mean, he set that move up for a few laps. I mean, he closed in little by little, and he made it was a good try there. And he's got more to come. I mean, it's not over.
Oh yeah, absolutely not. I mean, we saw Dunn and Jack. I mean, they weren't exactly battling throughout the race, but they were just not side by side. Speaking of side by side, there's Lamas on Gunther, but at Simmons Plains, which was our last race before the break, Dunn LaPrade did win that thing over Jack. Jack was, of course, his closest competitor, but I really, really think that these two, as we've got Pedro Lucas coming into the pits. But I was just going to say, I think that these two, if they continue to go forward here into this championship, they are going to be two very, very tough guys to beat. I mean, you still got the 4 who's going to be giving them a run for their money, but it definitely, I don't know, it seems like the 24 and the 74 have just been on their own playing field. And then you got the 4 who's just been like right there behind them. Excuse me.
That's all good.
But always lurking and always bad fast. So
yeah, absolutely.
I think the championship favorites are going to be probably these 3.
Yeah. With the pit stops, I'm curious to see where the 17 falls. So he's coming out now. And he's exiting now.
Although he's by himself, which may hurt.
Yeah, that's what I'm curious about. He had such a good run. Hopefully he can get up to speed. He is moving. He's hustling, but let's see how it turns out here.
Yeah, he may fall that down, but at the same time, that might not hurt him terribly, because then he could pick up the draft a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. It looks like the 11 may have also come in, and he has So he's going to bring it down. Ulysses Sandoval is also in. So we definitely got pit
okay.
stops going on. And ooh.
Yeah, the 17 is now right in. He's behind Merkel.
Yeah.
So he fell right in between these guys as.
Man, I thought he was about to run him over, but okay. Lap 23. Yeah. Here they come.
I was going to say as they pit, and then I almost was going to say as they wreck. That's why I just stopped. I said as.
Way too close for comfort. But now you got the top three contenders, as I was saying. They're coming down together. Cody Lamas has stayed out. He does have draft off of the 17 that he can take advantage of. Seth Cole and Michael Norman have also, or actually no, Seth already pitted, excuse me. But Michael Norman has also remained on the racetrack. A little bit of a bent up rear end there, but still going. Sandoval and Mercurio have stayed together now. So yeah, we'll see how everybody's going to end up merging out here. Dunlap is going to end up beating Gunther and Merkel, who's going to fall back to third in line of these guys.
Yeah, Lamas
and here come
is
the
on
11
pit
and
road.
the 96.
Yep, several people pitting.
Let's see how these guys end up shaking. Here they come off of pit road. The 24 is going to probably fall just behind these guys as he's getting up to speed.
I like Josh came down, got a little draft off of Merkel, and popped right back up and went by him.
Yeah, they're trying to get some draft there. And yes, to those in the chat that we can't see the timer, that is a problem that I was trying to fix earlier. And unfortunately, I just can't get the stinking ad out of the way no matter what I do. So unfortunately, we're kind of stuck with that. So I'm going to keep trying to update everybody as we go. 35 minutes remaining. As I'm explaining that, Mercurio and Merkel drive-throughs.
Oh no!
That.
Oh man.
Is that is gonna pretty much destroy their chances of anything unless they get a caution.
Yeah, I mean that's huge. I mean,
that is massive.
And here they go off pit road. Oh man, what a heartbreak!
The 74, the 4, and the 48 is still there, as well as Gunther is looking to take this race lead away and will do so.
See, you have to have a good launch off of 4. He just proved that.
Exactly what he did. I think Dunlap didn't want to fight him too hard on that. Cody is there as well.
There's a fine line. It's early in the run. We still have a lot of racing left. You don't want to burn everything off the truck now. You know, you need to save some. So I don't blame the 74. You know, let him lead a few laps and see what you can do.
Someone spun off of 2. Don't know who that would have been.
Uh-oh.
I saw skid marks and smoke down in the bottom of the racetrack. Couldn't quite tell who that would have been. I don't know, maybe I'll try refreshing the timer again here in a bit. See if maybe I can fix that for a while. Ooh! Interesting. The Dunlap just went into turn 1 and 2 on the clutch.
Oh, okay.
So, if we're going, I mean, we're running close to a minute per lap. Not quite. We're running about 54, 55 seconds per lap. And these guys were able to go about 20 laps. So, I think that, oh man, that's tough. If I'm going to say anything, I'm going to say that that's just kind of safety on the 74s, and neither of the other 2 guys are doing it. So I think that might just be a safety margin. As
I
Cody's
did
gonna
do a little.
peek, and Dunn's gonna
Did
let him by.
Yeah, probably not a bad idea. Did a little investigating, and the spinner was the 22. It was Michael Norman, and he actually
Oh.
retired. He retired from the race.
Oh.
I don't think the accident was detrimental to the truck, but he did hit the wall with the front end, so he may have felt like the damage was too bad.
Yeah, I know that he was already
Hate to
pretty
see that.
torn up from that earlier incident. So
Yeah, hate to see that.
may have done that, but yeah, that's a bummer. A couple guys out already, one with computer issues, one with damage. I'm checking on the 11 and the 24 now. They're running 8th and 9th, respectively. Just drafting together. Austin LaPlante is with them.
Yeah, you hate
D10.
to see that for someone that led so much of the race. You know,
Yeah.
he has to be heartbroken.
Yeah,
It's not over, not over,
hurts.
but it does hurt. Yeah.
But oh yeah, you're right. I mean, caution can still come out. We've seen stranger things. Just look back to Atlanta. We had really long green flag run, and then all of a sudden, huge wreck that brought out the yellow
Yeah.
flag and just tightened everything back up. While we're spread out here a little bit, I'm gonna try one more time in a desperate attempt to try to fix this stinking timer problem. So bear with me for just one moment, one more time, guys. It's worth a try, and if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. No, I'm not switching to T-Mobile, no matter what you tell me. All right. Refreshing that. Okay. And now let's hope that it stays that way. If it doesn't, then yeah, I just accept that there is nothing I can do. So, all right, let's get back to the live picture here.
Yeah, we've got trucks all over this track. We've got little groups, and this has happened in the races I've broadcasted with you this season. We get through a point where a lot of green flag runs, and we get trucks kind of spread all over the track.
Yeah.
Lots of different strategies that are created, whether they were wanted to be created or not, depending on the circumstance.
Yeah, I'm sure that's probably what the 11 and the 24 are thinking at this point. I think I just saw Nick throwing the clutch as well.
Yeah, and the 92 is in the pits.
We have officially
Bishop is
hit
in
the
the pits.
halfway point. We've got the timer back up. So it seems like whenever I go over to the placeholder screen and then I click back again, that's when the advertisement decides, ooh, perfect. And then it does its thing, so that's obnoxious. But as of right now, I'm glancing over and it looks good, so hopefully it'll stay that way. Yeah, Nick has also started the clutch strategy here. Cody Lamas, who was able to stay out a lap longer than these guys, still not going with that strategy as of yet. He's right on the tail of the 4, so I think that these guys are starting to realize, okay, yeah, we're going to be iffy on making it on one more pit stop. Because I'm sure that's what the call is going to be here. Is that you're going to want to try to make it just one more stop, and then get it going.
Yeah, you don't want to have to use all that time on pit road to go down twice.
Not with these speeds. Checking back through some of the other drivers here, you still got Jack, Josh, and Austin running 7th, 8th, and 9th respectively. As you said, you know that RJ Bishop brought it down pit road. Trying to find him here. There he is. Yeah, I think that he's gonna be stopping one more time. Seth Cole is running P6 all by himself. Ulysses Sandoval and Pedro Lucas running by themselves right now. They are 4th and 5th. Which, yeah, sure, again, they still, despite the fact that they're not up there with the lead draft, still got to give a big shout out there to the 17. Albeit, I think that his chances of making it on one more stop are next to nothing.
Yeah, the top 2 runners have tightened up a little bit. 48 has pulled up to the 4 for sure.
Yeah, he's not saving nearly as much, and I think that's because he knows that he doesn't need to. So he can put the pressure on the 4 to be like, all right, is he gonna try to hold on to this lead and thus burn a little bit more. And then the gap kind of widens there. May have just let off the throttle a little bit. Again, I feel like the strategy I think would be probably for these three would be to just set themselves up for the final pit stop so that they can remain together or maybe even try to leapfrog each other and get it further ahead. But then at the same time, make sure that you're just all clean and green so that you don't have to worry about any saving for the final run.
Yeah. Now, for the top three, business is about to pick up because they are coming up on the 8 to put the 8 another lap down or a lap down. I probably need to check that first.
He is
he's on the lead lap. So he would put him 1 lap down.
And then McIntyre further up the road.
Yep. Apologize to the 8. Not another lap down. You're on the lead lap.
My co-commentator from last week, and again, a gentleman who helped me greatly with this setup.
Ooh,
and it has been
48 hit the wall. Sorry.
And no, you're good. I was just gonna say this setup has definitely been paying dividends because, well, sure, it's annoying the issue with the timer. At the same time, I've at least been able to see that it is doing that without needing to click away. So I can see the chat on the other screen. I can keep my notes present here. So this is wonderful. And again, I hope that being able to go full screen properly for you guys has improved the quality of what you see on your screen. So thank you, Blake, for your help and what you have done for me in getting this thing going. Now, hopefully, these guys will be able to say thank you here with trying to get by here a little easier.
Easier. I'm going to make a prediction. I think the 48's trying to use the 8 as a pick, just like we saw earlier. I saw him move down low. I wonder if he's not going to try to pin the 4. He's too far away right now, but that could be a lead-taking moment.
Yeah.
See how it pans out.
Yeah, if he catches the 8 at a bad time here. The 8's definitely found some pace here. Right as I say that, he's going to push up, and the 4 is going to go for it, along with the 48. So Nick is clear. 48 going to probably get clear here on entry. Dunn is going to follow suit. And they'll be able to make that pretty cleanly, but they still got 738 just ahead of them. And
yeah, that was a very tidy pass.
And they've got quite a ways before they catch anything else. Josh and Jack Merkel are now on pit road for their second stops. Their second green flag stops, I should say.
Look at the 48. Is inside.
Ooh,
clear.
He kind of sniffed it there. The 4 got way high. Brings it right back down there. So now we'll see they're kind of catching at a similar point to the 8. I think Nick's going to be able to get clear here and will do so on entry. 48 follows suit. Dunn's going to have a little harder time here. They try to get to the inside here on the short chute and should do so. And is now clear, so clean way through traffic there. And now they've got clean track ahead of them for quite a ways. But I think you've got to get this thing under 20 minutes to go before you can pit and be like, okay, I got nothing to worry about anymore.
Yeah, absolutely. That's kind of what I was thinking too. One thing I want to say, the broadcast races I've done and watched from this league, everybody's so respectful. I mean, they're very respectful drivers to each other. The lap traffic, they don't try to hinder, the leaders or anything. Very respectful drivers over here.
Yeah. I mean, these guys are, the vast majority of them are, not only do they run in the same league for the most part together, but a lot of them just hang out and A lot of them even meet up in real life very, very often. I've met Nick a few times in real life. He's usually hanging with Seth. Met him at some races. Met him at Hershey Park. And then a lot of the other guys, I mean, they're just hanging out in TeamSpeak and just kind of doing whatever, just hanging out. I know that quite a few of them watch WWE together, so
Oh, gotcha.
so these guys, in other words, they're pretty tight net. So I'm sure that a lot of that kind of goes into that. But then you go to other leagues like RTG and like SMO. There's Josh. I know that you are one of the guys over there, and they're just like they're. It's more of like the code of conduct kind of thing, where it's just like the unwritten rules of, yep, just gonna keep it clean and stay out of the way of the faster guys, and
Right.
so. But all in all, yeah, a lot of the leagues that and that you and I have frequented have had that same sense of like, yeah, respect and um, just clean hard racing, pretty much throughout.
Yeah. One of the coolest things to me about this game is all these years later, you've got all these communities of racers that are friends. I mean, and I've met a number of people I've raced online with, and gosh, I met some of the people that I have met in person that I race with currently. We started racing NASCAR 3 together back in, I don't even know. I mean, early 2000s. I mean, it's just cool to have friends like that through this community.
Oh yeah, yeah, and friends that you would never really think or people that you would never think that you would meet. Like, heck, I got to meet Dante frickin' Ricky at one point. Found
That's
out
cool.
that he was refereeing some stuff not far, and we went out to get pizza. And there are so many other guys that I certainly hope that I get the opportunity to get to meet. Josh, you honestly being one of them.
Absolutely.
has
Well,
made
I've
your
got an opportunity for you because here I can make a good plug. Everybody come to Rockingham in North Carolina in April, and we'll meet up.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, you going
Nah,
to that
I
one?
had, I had to. Oh yeah, I had to plug Rockingham. I love that place.
Oh yeah, that is cool. I have never been a big NASCAR fan in the time that track was active. I came around like hardcore around 2012, and obviously that was a
Yeah.
couple of years after the last truck race there. So
Oh,
but
we've
one
got a
has
truck
spun it.
around.
Whoa, boy! All right, that's a way to get our attention in a hurry.
Yeah,
Oh,
it did.
brother.
Yeah, I'm taking a look at what happened there. It looks like he.
He's just
Oh,
losing,
he
it
entered.
looks like.
Yep, he entered the corner and got in that lighter colored part of the track, and it just
Ugh.
looped around on him.
Cody Lama's looking for the race lead here. We are 19 minutes to go. I've got to think that these guys are going to be pitting imminently.
Yeah.
Yeah, as
And
we
Blake,
said, the
well,
magic
Blake
number was
retired.
under 20 minutes, and we're under
Yeah,
20.
you were exactly right.
And I think we're going to be seeing that magic number play here in just a moment.
Yeah, it looks like Blake did retire. I guess he had enough.
That's a bummer there.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
hate
a
to
lot
see
of these
that.
guys are coming down pit road. I think we saw. Yeah, I think pretty much everybody's pitted now except these top three. And Austin LaPlante has not pitted yet either, showing P4. And he's also now kind of tail the lead lap. These guys are still clutching really hard, though, which is surprising to me.
Yeah, that surprises me too. I mean, is there any shot? I
There's
mean,
no way.
I
That's
mean,
literally impossible. That they
I'm
would
over
have
here
to go
trying to
like,
compute away, and I'm
if
like,
it's
I don't.
X1, maybe.
Yeah,
I mean, another theory that I may have, because I've actually done this before, if a track is really tight and the setup is really tight, I have found success in clutching it anyway, and then like as soon as you let off the clutch and the power hits the wheels, it kind of jolts the rear end and actually gets the truck to turn. So I wonder if that
Right.
may just be also because maybe it drives better that way, and they've kind of found their rhythm with that, and they're like, "Ooh, this is actually working."
Yeah, maybe that's it.
It's just speculation, obviously. Still Gunther ahead of Llamas. Llamas still breathing right down his neck. And breathing out, is that coming down pit
Pitting.
road here and down to the yellow line? 55 miles per hour. And here we go. Final round of pit stops for the leaders are underway. These are the final 3 guys that have to pit. And I say that
I
because
only
Dylan
have
Pratt has not pitted yet.
I only have one thing to say: don't speed.
Do not speed. That is something that we saw a couple of guys fall victim to in the first round. Pedro Lucas and Ulysses Sandoval just passed the 74 on fresh tires. So now it's just going to be a matter of where the 74 is going to emerge in relation to those other 2. Yeah, he's still clutching. But we've got just over 16 minutes to go. I've got to think that these guys are going to be well and truly good on fuel. Ooh! Staying out again! Okay, yeah, now we got something interesting brewing here. There's a 48 and the 4 coming out.
Yeah,
48
I
has
was
gotten
actually.
ahead of the 4.
Yeah, I saw that. I was watching that exit. Woo! It was squirrely.
Yeah, I would say so. Oh boy, is this actually going to be an issue now for the 74? Is he losing too much time? He's still clutching though.
I don't know. Whoa.
Yeah, he
The
went
tail
up the
end of the
track there
48.
quite a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
And it looks like he's
Oh,
bringing it in now. Yep, here he comes.
yep.
Get her down to speed, and he's going to do so no problem.
Yep, he did.
With Monster Energy 74 just
Oh no!
exploded the engine!
It blew up!
Josh, what did we just see?
I don't. What happened? What?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
He said the engine's gone.
Yeah, that thing just grenaded on pit road at 55 miles an hour. I cannot believe what I just saw.
Yeah,
The
I'm
only
speechless.
comparable things that I have witnessed were Dylan Poteet blowing an engine while battling for a championship in the final race under caution, and then Jovan Anderson's engine expiring at Fontana as he was about to come down pit road. And that was
I'm
earlier
looking
this
at this.
season.
I'm looking at the standings. He's the leader, and he's out with the engine. I mean, obviously he'll fall down the leaderboard.
That is that is just not right. Dharma Prad. Oh, that might be one of the biggest heartbreak. Well, that's up there. That's top 5.
I
Heartbreakers
think
that I've seen.
that's worse than speeding on pit road. That is heartbreaking, but being on pit road and your motor grenades, that's not good.
That's unless he somehow like downshifted a neutral and then blew it up that way. That's just an in-game event that the game just said, nah, mate.
Yeah. Now he did clutch. I mean, maybe I don't know. Maybe it was too much on the engine. I don't know.
This is more of a conspiracy theory that I have than anything, but I do think that clutching does actually increase the likelihood of that. And he was doing it harder than either of these 2. But I still think that the game kind of decides, like, randomly when to do it, because you can clutch all day long and be perfectly fine in some instances. I just think that maybe the chances increase just that little bit more. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, gosh, I hate to see that. Well,
Both
we've
of them
got a
done.
two-man race right now,
Cody
and
Lamas
they're
and Nick
coming.
Gunther, who, oh boy, yeah, if these two start going at it, yeah, these are two guys that are not going to hold back. I'm going to be intrigued to see if these two are able to keep it this close together and how that may end up shaking out. And that has now put Pedro Lucas into P3 and Ulysses Sandoval in fourth. And those two are still neck and neck and going to be battling for this podium position.
Yeah, that would be a good run for these two guys. I mean, the
Oh,
17
yeah.
making his first start in the series, and it'd be a great finish for those two guys. But you know that Ulysses doesn't want to finish fourth. He's going to want that third spot. So
He wants an interview, if anything, I feel like.
yeah, he's always fun to talk to.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it. And thankfully, we have the timer. We were able to solve that problem about halfway through the race. It has been good. I'm just going to make it a point that even if a caution does come out, we aren't going to go to the placeholder screen. We're just going to let it be. And you guys are going to see me rewinding. So I don't care if it means that we're able to track the time with everybody. And that's if a caution comes out. We've got just over 11 minutes to go plus a lap. As long as these
Yeah,
guys are good on fuel, which they ain't clutching or anything anymore, so I think they're probably good. They've caught Austin the plant.
yeah, and I was about to say, I mean, with under 11 minutes to go, Nick, and I know I said this earlier, I keep talking about it, but this is a moment he could use that lap car to gain some time. It depends on where they catch him. Oh,
There's a little bit of
ah,
split the difference as far as drafting there, breaking the draft. What was that
yep,
you were just
he's,
saying about lap traffic
yeah.
and being?
And he,
Although yeah, he'll get out of the way there and not cause
yeah,
anything there. He's having a little fun.
yeah. He didn't want to give the draft to just one. He's like,
No.
you get a little, you get a little. All right, I'm out.
Just over 10 minutes here. 50 laps completed here in this race. Only one caution, and that was on the second lap. We have been clean and green ever since. 48 and 4 are going to be battling out for this win. 17 and 96 are going to be battling out for third. You go back to P5 is Jack Merkel now. He's all by himself. I'm trying to find, there's Mercurio. I think he may have already made his next pit stop. He's running 9th. Seth Cole is 7th. RJ Bishop 8th. And then we get back to the top two here. So yeah, everyone quite spread out. But the battle for the win is still on. I think Nick at this point is just trying to maybe save his tires just a little bit. And he can try to get those, I think you got to get those left side tires just under that white line. And if you're able to get under there, the guy's not quite able to get it as low as you. You may have a shot at this thing, and Nick is still
Here we go.
right with
Little peek.
him. Little peek, little, hey, I'm here. Cody Lamas and Nick Gunther, both respectively, I believe, looking for their second wins. And I think are looking to become the second multi-time winner of the season. At this rate, it looks like we will finally get another multi-time winner. It's just going to be a matter of which one of these two guys it's going to be.
Yeah, the 4's not going to settle for second.
He's going to give Cody everything that he's got, and Cody is going to defend this position with his life. We saw what he was willing to block for 5th place like 40 laps ago. What is he going to do now if Nick gets the run, and especially with Nick having no drafting help? But that's the thing. Nick doesn't have any drafting help, so he's going to have to solely rely on a fantastic run on one of these exits.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I was looking back at 3rd and 4th, and those guys are still running a good pace there.
Pretty much in
Still with this.
stalemate.
Yep.
Toyota versus Toyota. Up front, it is Chevy versus, I believe that is a
I think
Ford.
a Dodge.
Oh, it's a Dodge. Oh, you're right.
Yep, says Ram on there.
I keep forgetting about that. Yeah, we got a Dodge in this thing. 7 minutes to go, so probably looking probably 9 laps, I had to guess.
One thing about the 48, he's using the whole track. I mean, when he comes off the corner, I'm like, if he hits that corner, the 4 is going to be by him.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. A peak and back in
Still
behind.
looking. Maybe just trying to break the draft just so that he can maybe keep that little bit of a gap. I know Nick, he's always very cunning in this regard, and he's like, okay, I'm in this position. How am I going to maximize my ability to pass this guy without putting myself in a compromising situation? So maybe he's kind of playing the, well, as I say, there he peaks again. Or maybe he's just toying with him, being like, I'm here, and you're going to have to fend me off somehow.
Yeah, their lap times are right on top of each other. I mean, they're, yeah, very tight.
Yeah. Yeah, it may have extended by about a car length there.
Yeah, it
has
has
have the
on that
advantage
lap.
of having the draft. But man, their lap times, it's a matter of a tenth of a second or less that the difference is going to be here as far as like, oh, who was faster, who was slower.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
1796, checking in on them. They're still unchanged. They are catching the 84. And we'll see if that may play into that. Nick getting back much closer to Cody here in the 48.
Yep.
Ooh.
Oh, they're so tight to that wall.
And now you know he's driving that thing hard. Kept his foot in it. 5 minutes, just over 5 minutes remaining in this thing. Because remember, it is once the clock hits 0, that is +1 lap. So they will take the white flag at the point, or coming around to take the white flag once the clock hits 0. 5 minutes here officially now. But I gotta think that with how tight these trucks are, I still think that actually getting that move done, well, getting there is going to be one thing. Trying to actually get that nose to the quarter panel is going to be a whole nother beast.
Yeah, it's going to be hard, especially, I mean, like you said, with no drafting help. And gosh, there's no one around them in front or behind.
Yeah, Matt McIntyre's on the front straightaway just across the start-finish line now. These guys are in turn 4. Don't know if they'll catch him again or not. Checking in on the rest of the field. Everybody's pretty spread out, although Jack Merkel has caught Seth Cole for P6. And it looks like that's probably going to be a swift move because there's a big lap time disparity there. There's RJ Bishop also.
Ooh. Both of those guys got into the wall there.
Yeah. Ooh, speaking of the wall, I just checked back in on that battle for third, and Pedro Lucas slapped it pretty good there, although Ulysses was not able to take advantage. 3 minutes, 40 seconds. Nick continuing to just allow for that kind of truck length gap between himself and the 48, although right as I say that, hello, right onto his bumper.
Doesn't get much closer than that.
No. Does he have a run, and is he going to be able to take it? He breaks the draft a little early.
Yeah, it's going to, gosh, so close.
I think at this point he may be just starting to toy with him a bit, just trying to set that move up at the right point. He's trying to just maintain that little bit of a gap just as it stands, because you know that he's still got a few laps left here. But one of these runs I think he's got to take, and it looks like he may try it officially this time. Not quite. Still wasn't quite able to get the nose there, but he's going to try again.
He...
Ooh.
Gosh.
Not yet. God, that is how hard it is to get to the inside. Oh, he doesn't do it right there. Thought he was about to maybe turn him.
Yeah. Hey, I don't think he would turn him on purpose, but gosh,
No.
if you get the nose under there, I don't know how you just say, well, I'll just back off.
Yeah,
He's worked
not
so
at this
hard.
point.
Yeah, he's
Coming
worked
to
so hard.
60 laps completed. 2 minutes to go. And we're going to keep it fixated on these front two.
Oh.
As they are. Oh, he's going to get to the outside.
Yeah.
With the 17
I
of
didn't
Pedro
see
Lucas,
that.
who had to pit again. I totally forgot about that. Who's going to have the advantage here?
Oh, man.
Oh, 48's tight. Tight. Still side by side. Minute and a half, 90 seconds to go here. Nick
Side
trying
by
to power
side.
around the outside. And Pedro may actually have a say in this.
Yeah, he's behind the 48.
And he's going to be on fresher tires. And yeah, whoever he pushes is going to get the advantage here. Oh boy.
Whew.
A little run there for Nick. You may get him here. Does it?
Clear.
Around the outside lane. What a job there. Nick Gunther in the lead. Minute to go. So
He took the lead on the outside.
On the outside. We got him 45 seconds. So this is going to be 2 laps to go here.
I think the 48 went low on that lap to catch a little draft from the 17, and Nick just said, well, I'll just go by on the outside.
And it worked out.
I think, yeah.
There he goes. So, yeah.
And the race isn't over, but, I mean.
Officially 2 laps to go, and I know Cody is not going to take this thing laying down. Yeah, watch him dive it. Oh, big dive.
Doesn't get much closer than that.
Not at all, but now, yeah, he's going to be in the same boat now of he's got to try to get that run as we are coming down to the end. And here we are, complete and coming to the white flag. Diving it hard
48.
there on entry.
You think the 48 may peak outside?
I mean, that's how the Ford did it, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's able to get the run, but don't know if something like that might be possible. White flag in the air. Ulysses Sandoval, if he didn't need to pit again. Ooh, which he may have. Or yeah, unless he's slowing down that much. I don't know. We'll see. So 4 and 48 doing battle here. One more time. Can the 48 get enough of a run?
This is it. Let's see.
Little something. They're looking pretty locked there. This is going to be a send. Kind of going higher, as you were saying. Oh, too high. Oh. He tried.
He had to try. I mean, and as easy as the 4 made it look, I wanted to get out there and try it. I mean,
Nick Gunther going to become the second multi-time winner of the season. Bring it home at the Brickyard. He's going to kiss the bricks at Indianapolis on a great move around the outside lane.
Yeah, what a win, man. Yeah, he drove around him on the outside. I mean, that's probably why the 48 tried it at the end. I mean, he made it look easy.
He knew that was going to be the only real way to get the move done. But yeah, they were side by side there for a solid lap entirely, and they kept it clean. And yeah, props to them. And Cody tried everything, but great run there for Nick.
Yeah,
and I
great
know that
race
he's
for him.
Feeling really good about that. And how about the fact that Ulysses Sandoval will emerge with that P3, despite being almost a lap down.
Oh yeah, you can't ever count him out. He's a great racer. He'll find a way to get up to the front.
A major credit there for the 96, who's going to impale it. We're going to see some burnouts here from this Bailey's number 4. The Dodge ride. Going to burn it down at this historic venue. This is not an easy track to do burnouts on.
No, you don't have much space.
No.
Yeah, I usually race a Dodge, so I'm always partial to a Dodge.
Oh, yeah. Yep. you run that, I think that's a Charger, right, that you run over at SMO?
Yeah. Yeah.
Love it.
Well, and I'm watching him do the burnouts, and I see the hood of the 96 that is completely destroyed.
Oh my gosh, and Seth Cole just tried to kill the 4 and missed.
I was like, why does a yellow school bus run through these burnouts?
It's a magic school bus!
That's right.
Oh, that was funny. Some nice little donuts there. And Nick Gunther wins. A pretty clean race there. A little nudge from the 738. Great stuff. And Seth missed again.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that was awesome. And
it really was. I just didn't know if the 4. I thought we were locked in for a while. I thought it's so hard to get a nose under. And then he went to the outside. It just worked out really well for him.
That worked wonderfully, yeah. And yeah, I would have to watch that move back. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and pull that back up again. Let's take a look at that move that got him the win.
Let's do that.
And see exactly how it played out just before we get into any interviews here. So, yeah, they were. So, we'll get back to the live shot here. And, yep, right on cue. The advertisement has popped back up. So, going through turn 2, yeah, he definitely got the run. And then, yeah, the 48 just came down slightly, and the 4 was like, okay, I'll just take it. So he just kept it there, and that is ultimately what won him the race. I feel like maybe the 48 may have taken that move thinking, okay, he's going to definitely dive down and try and get to the inside, but Nick faked him and went outside, and
yep, he
that's
did.
what won him the race.
Yeah, and I originally thought maybe the 48 went down to catch a little draft from the 17, but the 17 was way down low. So it wasn't that. He just went to the outside, which was unexpected, and took the lead. It did take him a while to complete the pass.
Yeah. It was a whole lap that they were side by side there. So
yeah, that's good racing, though.
Oh yeah, that was fantastic to see. And again, I feel like Cody probably was doing that out of defense, thinking, okay, he's got the run now. I need to defend the inside and maybe sniff a draft off of the 17. But lo and behold, Nick said, well, if the outside is available to me, I'm going to give it a shot, and it worked out. I mean, I'm sure we'll be able to talk to him as
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they're kind of joining the waiting room there. Unfortunately, I don't have the ability to move them in here. Let me try. Nope, can't do it. Uh-oh. Josh, could you do me a favor and go down and ask Seth to basically be the one that will have to move these guys?
Okay, I'll do it. Be right back.
User left your channel.
And yeah, we'll get to talk with our top 3 finishers. But yeah,
User was moved to your channel. User was moved to your channel. User was moved to your channel.
They all get moved in here at the same time.
User was moved to your channel.
All right.
Oh, there I am. Okay.
Michael just I guess all in here.
Yeah, the gang's all here. I guess we'll just kind of go down the order. So we'll start with our 3rd place finisher, Mr. Ulysses Sandoval. Do you copy?
What's
3rd place. you and Pedro were doing battle there for a while, which was cool to see. But ultimately, I know that you guys were on a bit of an alternate strategy. But at the end of the day, hey, it still worked out, and you were able to get the podium position. Kind of tell me what the track was like out there because it seemed like it was pretty darn tight.
Oh yeah, indeed it was. I was struggling on saving tires, so by the end of it, I didn't know if I had better tires than Pedro. And then he went to pit. I thought I would have made it on gas, but I realized I was like a lap short, so we both had to go for gas. And I think he took tires there. I just took gas, but my tires were almost done there, so I had to lift big time on the last lap, so I wouldn't hit the wall big time or maybe blow a tire. I was in my last laps for my tires,
Yeah, I get
but
you.
yeah,
Looked like it was tough.
yeah, it
Yeah,
was. I struggled to get a run on anybody else. I couldn't even enter well. It was very tight. It was different from what I'm used to, but I felt like I improvised very well.
Yeah, indeed.
yeah.
So,
I
yeah, Josh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I mean, Ulysses, in the broadcast, I gave you a shout out, and you said you had to improvise there, but I in the broadcast, you're a good racer on a lot of different kinds of tracks, and I think you're really good at taking the hand you're dealt and making the best of it. Because I always feel like you end up at the front. So, congrats on making your way up to third, even though some things didn't go exactly the way you wanted. You did a great job of figuring it out and finding the podium.
Yeah, I initially thought I wasn't gonna make the podium because I lost the draft on the first run. Then I lost my partner, Josh Mercurio. Then I tried to make another partner with the lap down cars, but they I abandoned me as well because they had to go to pit. So I was on my own, and I didn't know I made it to third with Pedro.
If it all worked out at the end though with the results, and I know that you'll be taking some momentum into the chase. Just got to make it through Zenjoltis, and then I know you'll be battling for it. So best of luck to you on that front. Of course, you know the drill though. If you would like to give any closing thoughts or shout outs, you may do so.
Thank you so much, guys. Every time my since this is my like the second year now, I still feel like I have a lot to learn because most of the tracks I race on an NCRA, SMO, in any other league, I feel like I always race most of the tracks the first time. I never like repeat race it, so it's always learning every night. So yeah, there's still much to learn because every track is a new one for me. But hopefully, when I revisit the every new track again, hopefully I do better than the last time. A big shout out to my family, especially Mama Sandoval. Also, my buddies from my team Wrecking Ball buddies, my buddies from an NCRA, and and yeah, we'll see you next time.
Sounds like a
Great
plan.
job.
Hope to see you at Zenjoltis, man. Great job.
See ya.
See ya. Ulysses Sandoval, third place finisher, and a lock for the championship battle at the end of the season. We will move on to P2. It is Cody Lamas. Do you copy, sir?
Hi.
I know probably what you're feeling, but ultimately, I mean, you you led a lot of laps there, and you and Nick ended up really being the class of the field there once everything played out how it did. I guess just kind of give me an idea of what was going through your mind once that run came from Nick and you guys ended up side by side there.
We had to give you some sort of a show. I'm sure you guys didn't have much to talk about during the race. Uh, So yeah, no, he just it's another one of our 1v1s that we have at the end of these races. It seems like we've maybe need to start keeping track of these because they go either way a lot of the times at the end of these races in various leagues.
The problem is we can't have that many 1v1s as much anymore.
Yeah, but hey, we had that one. But no, like I don't really know what to say about the race. I mean, I ran behind Nick, literally looking at that damn Bailey's bumper for like every lap after the first yellow, I
You want some
believe.
cigarettes?
Yeah, he gave me secondhand smoke, I think, from just being behind him so much. My goal was really just to, because I know how good these, him and Dunn are on pitting. And my goal was just really to hit a solid pit road exit most of the time. I was able to stay out the first time with some drafting help with Pedro, which I think kind of helped me keep in that fight. And then I was able to kind of get ahead there and kind of chilled. And then it was just, just a good race at the end, really. Can't really say much.
Go ahead, Josh.
Yeah, I mean, I know that the 74 blew a motor on pit road. I guess you knew that eventually, but how different is it? I mean, you had a three member pack, where somebody was going to have some drafting help, and then you get left at the end with a 2-car pack, and you're battling for the lead. Did that kind of throw you when the 74 blew that motor on pit road, or were you like, well, okay, here we go?
Yeah, well, honestly, I was kind of curious. I think we were all curious once he said he blew up. Where he would have came out with us, because I don't remember, but I think he had a 3-car pack when he stayed out. It would have definitely been interesting to see where the merge is. But then when he had that issue, yeah, it was just kind of like, oh, it's just me and Nick again. Here we go.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. We were both curious. I was actually watching him, waiting to see where he would come out, and I just saw a big puff
Yeah,
of smoke.
it took us like 3 or 4 laps to figure it out. We were all just riding a line board, so we were all talking and discussing about what happened, and he was done trying to figure it out. I think we covered the full handbook on that.
Yeah, you gave it everything you had. You ran a great race.
Yeah, I would definitely second that. Even though, yeah,
I just hope I didn't lead 32 laps again.
I'm going to look at the export, and I will see if
magic number. But hey, it's kind of like Kevin Harvick having nightmares about kids eating free. You're gonna have nightmares about Bailey's.
Yeah, I'm about to find a pack and maybe stomp him or something.
Stomp on him. Well, as you know, of course, the floor is always yours at the end of one of these deals for closing thoughts and shoutouts, if you may.
Shout out to everybody who made one of the biggest tracks and longest feeling tracks for the timer. That race felt pretty long because long lap times and people asking and time going really slow. But no, in all seriousness, just shout out to you guys for the broadcast, and then everybody who runs these leagues. We do these all the time. And shout out to Josh. He actually tightened the setup up because it was def and turn 3s, and so if that didn't happen, we probably would have had a lot of self spins like last season.
It made for a very clean show. Only the one caution at the beginning, and that was pretty much it. So, but yeah, man, credit to you. Led a lot of laps, and still gonna emerge P2 right there with the shot. So, great job, man.
Cody.
And now moving to the race winner. Obviously, Nick, I know that, well, yeah, you were just chatting there a little bit. So, but I guess I'll pose the same question to you. When that move off of turn 2, when that opportunity presented to you, and you went high and it ended up working out for you, I guess kind of talk me through your thought process on of what you were thinking as you were going to the outside.
Did I expect the move to work? No.
No.
No. I was not expecting that at all. I literally was like, it's one of those indies where it's just gonna be impossible to pass unless you do something completely unorthodox. And I'm just like I'm gonna have a runoff of 2. Like, obviously the thought process, the normal thought process to me was just to go cover the inside. But then I just decided it's like, I'm just gonna stay at the very top, and if Cody get blocks that, then Fair play. But no, I was surprised, and I was like, oh, that the outside was there. I was like, well, am I really gonna try this? Well, I should be in the state asylum, but yes, we'll do it anyway. We'll try the outside and see if it works, especially for a truck that just doesn't want to turn half the time. You have to back off so much, which honestly, I like this. I like these types of indies where you have to actually like drive smart and just try to be patient, I guess, with the passes. It's unfortunately, like, you're never going to find an Indianapolis at NR2003 where it's just going to be like 2x2x2x2 all the way through. It's just unfortunately not going to work. You're going to have the single file train no matter what you do.
Mm-hmm. And go ahead, Josh, if you got anything for him.
Yeah, I totally expected. I wasn't really sure what was going to happen because it seems so hard to get to the inside, and to get a good run without any drafting help. And so when you went to the outside, and it was a genius move. I know that you were like, this isn't going to work, but it obviously worked really well. And I liked the 48 at the end, gave it one last effort, and he chose the high side like you did. So congrats on taking a great move there at the end.
Yeah, thanks, Josh. Like I said, I did not expect that to work. I mean, my tires were destroyed after that. I was trying to nurse that thing home as best as I could. Like, my right front was completely yellow after that. I was like, please, for the love of God, do not blow up on me. Please do not blow up on me. Please don't make me commit a J.R. Hildebrand, please.
Yeah, we wouldn't have wanted to see that. Thankfully, it didn't happen. You emerged with the W. I believe that if my stats are remembered correctly, heck, I could probably just look it up, but I believe that you
It's
are
the
now
second.
only the second multi-time winner of the season. So big props to you there.
Yeah, I feel like I could have had more, but if I just stopped beating myself up in some of these races, I know Auto Club we kind of let one slip away, unfortunately. I forget what else happened. Oh yeah, Milwaukee. I unfortunately the gear failure just happened there, and right at the last restart where I had the whole field dead to rights and just didn't work out. But yeah, Indy, of course, I'm always happy to win Indy. It seems to be always one of my favorite racetracks to go to. It seems.
Yeah, and it worked out. And yep, I just confirmed Nick Gunther now only the second multi-time winner of the season, along with Jack Merkel now. So you're in good company there. So congrats to you, man. You know what to do with the floor being yours.
Well, of course, I got to thank the boys back at the Fortnite Squad Racing Team for having a great Bailey's Dodge, Bailey Cigarettes, of course, being part of the Bobby Hamilton Tour. We got Dana Tools, we got Square D that's going to be coming in the playoffs. We're going to have two liveries for Square D, one for, of course, the obvious one, and there's also another one that you're probably going to be surprised to see. That'll debut in the first race. We're going to have Lufkin Pro Series back for Zen Joltis for the final Super Speedway race of the season. I think that's the final one. I'm not so sure. But I think that's all the partners I have. I got to thank Rytash too for having such a great towing strap company, of course, for us. I met those people back in Kansas. They're a great group of people. Great place to go get tow straps from. Happy hauling if you ever get something from them, for sure. They're a great group of people. You should go get their towing straps. And I believe that's it.
Right on, man. Yeah, great win. And best of luck going ahead to Zen Joltis. Go ahead, Josh.
Hey, I wanted to say one more thing. You just reminded me. I love the Bobby Hamilton trucks, and I'm not sure if you realize this. Did you know that today was the anniversary of his passing?
It was. Yeah, man. We want it for Bobby, man. I mean, it's been so sad. It's so sad for what happened to him. The head cancer, the brain cancer, just really was such a sad thing. Honestly, he was my favorite guy growing up. Honestly, he was. Like, it all started because I chose his car in Thunder 03 when I was 4 years old. Like, that's a cool car. So I chose that, and it just kind of stuck with me ever since. Of course, I followed him when he was in the trucks. Of course, the 4 and the 04. I probably should have chose the 04 for this rather than the 4, but he won the championship in the 4, so that's why I chose that. Yeah, this whole truck series theme. I mean, last season it was the Benedetto with the Rackley roofing, and this time around I just wanted to do well. Bobby Hamilton's my guy. He was always my guy. I always use a Bobby Hamilton scheme somewhere. So I figured, why not do the whole season on a Bobby Hamilton tour? So that's why I did some of his truck series paint schemes that he's ran over the years. And yeah, it's just I'm glad I was able to win on his passing. I hope he's proud of that.
Yeah, I just when I saw it out there, I was like, that is so cool. Yeah, congratulations. That's a big deal.
Yeah, I did not know that. That is pretty sweet. So yeah, it played through for you, and who knows, maybe he was giving you a little shove there when you were on the outside.
Yeah, maybe he was giving me an old tush push,
Yeah.
the Nashville tush push there for me.
Great win, man, and yeah, best of luck at Zen Joltis and going forward into the chase. Looking forward to it.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, to everyone watching, definitely
User left your
100%.
channel.
1 week from now, come back here. It is Zen Joltis, I would say one of the wackiest races on the schedule, and it is the final regular season race. So everyone who will be battling for the championship will be decided in 7 days from now, and that will of course be another 1 hour special, and that's going to be an interesting one because I don't know what those lap times are going to look like at a 6 mile. I think the track is like 6.5 miles long, so that'll be something to behold. I'm looking forward to that one. Josh, I will pass it on over to you if you have any closing thoughts on tonight.
Well, what a great way to start the new year is coming back up in the booth and getting to see a really good race at a track I enjoy. And great to be here with you. And, you know, it's always good to be up here. You do a great job. And these guys, give us a good race and give us a lot to talk about. So um, I hope you'll have me back soon. I don't know if it'll be Zenjoltis or when it'll be. You just let me know, and if it's not on track, if it's not in the booth for Zenjoltis, I might have to get the truck out. I don't know.
Oh, dude, that would be awesome. The more the merrier. Yeah, to anyone watching as well. Come out and race. Have some fun. We love seeing the
Yep.
big car counts. It's awesome. So, but yeah, Josh, I'll definitely keep you posted. Um, to everyone else, though, yep, we'll see you guys at Zenjoltis. Until then, though, yep, I would say this setup worked out pretty well, despite some of my foibles with it. But hey, we're learning it, and it definitely helped out in knowing kind of what this issue is with the timer. So hopefully that won't be as much of a big problem next week. But we'll get that sorted. To everyone, thank you though for tuning in. See you in a week's time. And then yeah, check out the NNSCRA on Facebook. Go check out SMO. Josh's kind of
Absolutely.
mainstay there. That's another great group of guys to race with. And yeah, we're keeping this thing going 22 years on, and it is still, I would say, going pretty darn strong. So it's great to see, and glad to be a part of it. So see you all in a week, and that is it for me for now. So until then, take care.